After weeks of superstars battling for brand supremacy and invading each other's shows, it is time to officially settle things down, except this time there will be no home field advantage for any brand. Even if this card isn't 100% complete, we are 2 days away from Survivor Series, and it feels like the perfect moment for some result predictions. And here they are. And first we're going to have the Viking Raiders versus the New Day versus the Undisputed Era. And, well, when I said no home field advantage for any brand, to be honest, I kind of lied, because Survivor Series is going to take place in Chicago, Illinois, and even if some wrestling fans don't care at all about which show is going to win, which I understand, that's not really the case with NXT. I know a lot of people, including me, that would love to see the black and gold brand on top, and I think the Chicago crowd is going to be filled with persons like that, but I could be wrong, so we'll see. And speaking of which, for this first match, I believe, especially because of the presence of Undisputed Era members in the ring, that NXT is going to start the night with a bang, with the Undisputed Era getting the first win of the night. After this, we're going to stay on the NXT side with a surprise. Adam Cole defending his Nxt Championship against we don't know yet. And that's because the number one contender for the Nxt Championship will be determined just the night before during NXT TakeOver War Games, with a triple threat between Pete Dunne, Damien Priest and Killian Dane. Personally, if no surprises, I think it's going to be the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. What's really surprising though is the Nxt Championship match taking place at Survivor Series. I'm curious to see how the crowd is going to react to that, because there is a huge difference between the TakeOver and the main pay-per-view. It's just not the same atmosphere, but at least we are in Chicago, so it shouldn't be an issue. But anyway, no matter how the ambience is going to be, no matter who is going to face Adam Cole this Sunday, I'm expecting the leader of the Undisputed Era to retain the NXT Championship. Next matchup, we're going to have AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Roderick Strong. In this scenario, it will be one hell of a night for NXT, and more specifically, the Undisputed Era. And since we got only 5 matches for brand supremacy, Roderick Strong could secure the top of the leaderboard with a victory here. Problem is, when your opponents are named AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, that task isn't going to be easy. To be fair, I think this match is going to be by far the best match of the night. Depends where this one is going to be on the card. About the winner, it's tricky to give a prognostic, since you need to focus more on the brand represented rather than the superstar representing, and right there, I feel like SmackDown is going to score their first point thanks to the IC champ, Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, let's move on to the Women's Champions with Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Shayna Baszler. So, for now we got SmackDown and NXT tied, and we got Raw still waiting for their first victory. And it doesn't look very good for them, since Shayna Baszler looks to be one of the favorites to win this match. But I said looks, because the thing is, last time I did a result prediction video for Survivor Series, I was 100% correct. But this year, I feel like in literally every matches with brands involvement, any superstars or any brand could win, because it simply doesn't matter that much. But since I'm here for that, for me, the focus point for this match is on Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler, even if Bayley isn't really forgotten. And she shouldn't be, because I'm going to pick her for the win and score the second point for SmackDown. Now for the first elimination match of the night, we get the women's from Raw, SmackDown and NXT. As you can see, the NXT team hasn't been announced yet, and well, probably we're not going to get any information until SmackDown, NXT TakeOver or even Survivor Series itself. So I'm obviously not going to wait until then. Here is my predictions for the NXT team, which is the same than my card predictions. Now I'm curious to see how this match will unfold, because 15 people in the ring, it's gonna be a mess for sure. I mean, probably, I don't remember if we already had that type of match when ECW was still around. But in any case, if there is one team that's going to emerge victorious from all that craziness, for me, it's gonna be Raw. For the WWE Championship, we are going to have Brock Lesnar versus Rey Mysterio. No holds barred match. Second match of the night without any brand involved, but this one could be very short though. The storyline between Lesnar and Mysterio has been pretty good so far and is going to peak at Survivor Series with the WWE Championship on the line. But the real question is, can Rey Mysterio beat Brock Lesnar? The no-holds-barred stipulation clearly plays in Rey's advantage, but it doesn't change the feeling that Rey is going to be fed to Brock. The only equalizer, if he's still around, will be Cain Velasquez's presence. If he's going to interfere in this match, maybe Rey has a chance. If not, it's pretty hard to pick him for the win. And thing is, I'm actually going to pick Brock Lesnar to retain the WWE Championship. Now, for the Universal Championship, it's going to be the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, versus Bryan. When putting this match weeks ago in my dream card for Survivor Series, I never thought it would happen in some way or another, but late birthday gift, Wyatt vs Bryan is on. A new chapter of this amazing feud between these two, and this time we're going to have a prize on the line with the brand new Universal Championship. Whatever you think about how the new belt looks like, and yeah, we'll get used to it I guess, we have the follow-up of one of the best confrontations in modern WWE. Now I don't know if this is the beginning of a lengthy storyline or if it's already going to end this Sunday, but when these two madmen are going to face each other at Survivor Series, I expect the Fiend to go home still, the Universal Champion. Moving on to the main event of the evening with team captains Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and NXT's captain who still needed to be announced. Because just like the women's team, the men's team of NXT is still a mystery at the moment when I'm speaking, which is a bit annoying. So here is my predictions, and because of what happened on the last episode of NXT, I picked Tommaso Ciampa as team captain. Now so far in this card we got Raw with 1 point, NXT as well, and SmackDown with 2, but that heavily rely on the matches order. To be honest, I'm expecting Raw to be ranked number 3 for Survivor Series, so the victory here stands between SmackDown and NXT. If NXT wins, we got a tie. If it is SmackDown, they win the Survivor Series. So, for my final prediction, I'm going to pick Team SmackDown to win this match and go home as the number 1 brand. To put it in a nutshell, we got SmackDown as number 1 and the 2 other shows tied behind. If there's 1 or more matches announced, I'm still expecting the same result, but with NXT as a clear number 2 and Raw number 3. Now I gotta admit I'm not 100% confident in my predictions, so tell me yours down in the comment below. I'm pretty sure you guys have some great ideas. In any case, thanks everyone for watching. Please remember to share, like and subscribe if you enjoyed these predictions. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. I'll be back next time for TLC I guess, and if you don't wanna miss it, click beside the subscribe button and ring the bell. Have a great Survivor Series. I'll see you soon.